Hey, it's me, Mr. O, and I'm here in the home code education space. We've had just such a brilliant time here, building with Lego, making awesome things with robotics, playing some Minecraft Education Edition together, and breaking apart some electronics. So remember, if you are keen to come along, we are having a holiday special at the moment, which is only 50 Rand for an hour, and you'll hear more about the courses and things that we got coming up nice and soon. But this lesson or this project is for a very special young man who seems to like dinosaurs quite a lot. And I was reading this amazing book called The Dinosaur That Pooped the Bed. Have you read that? The Dinosaur That Pooped the Bed. Well, I was just quite inspired by that. So I thought that we could do a project together in ScratchJr where we have a character, maybe we can use Tick or someone else, and he's got a lot of mess in his room, and so he tries to feed it to a dinosaur, and the dinosaur gets very, very full and eventually poops and poops it all out, and then the boy has to clean it up again. So let's see if we can do just some of that. So let's see if we can actually use a different character for our main character. So I'm going to have a look through here and see what if we had what about this boy? Let's have this boy over here. He's a teenager, and I don't know about if you know this, but teenagers can be very, very messy. Maybe you've got an older brother or a sister and they're a teenager. We've added them in. Now let's add in our room and see what we can have that looking like. Can you see one that would look like a good bedroom? I think this one over here. So I'm going to tap on that one, and then I'm going to tap over here. So here we have our teen in his bedroom. So next thing that I would say we need is a dinosaur. Let's have a look if we've got a dinosaur ready to use for us. Now, I don't know if while you have a look, you're able to see a dinosaur, but I've looked a few times and there are no dinosaurs, but we do have a dragon, so that's something that we could use. Otherwise, we could try to draw our very own dinosaur, and I think that's what I'm going to try and do. So I'm going to come over to here where it is blank, there is nothing there, and it just says character, and I'm going to push the paintbrush, and here we are able to draw and create our dinosaur. So first thing I'm going to do is give our dinosaur a head like that. In fact, I'm going to make my dinosaur almost all black, but I'm going to give it some eyes soon. See how we're able to choose shapes over here that we want. We can also choose how thick we want the lines to be and the color. I'm going to give it a body. Ooh, how does that look? Does that look okay? I'm going to do it like that and then fill it in. And then I'm going to use this one over here, which helps us to rotate it. There you go. That's actually looking pretty good so far. Now I've got to give the dinosaur some arms. So I'm going to give it one arm like this. Oh, that doesn't look great. So I'm going to do undo, which makes it a little bit smaller when we're on the computer version of it. Maybe you're doing this on an iPad or an iPhone. Then it won't do that, thankfully. But there we go. Okay, so that's that part. And then for legs, maybe I should just draw the legs as well. Give him some funny little skinny legs like that. This is looking a little bit more like an ant. So why don't we then add in some green triangles on the back to have it like a stegosaurus. And you can see that's obviously upside down at the moment, but we are able to once again bring this over here, and then we can flip it around. And I want to see if my stamping is going to work nicely with this one. There you go, it is. And then I want to stamp it again so that I've got another copy of it, and that is looking pretty good so far. What do you think? Do you like how this dinosaur is looking? A little bit of a funny one, but you know, that's okay. And then of course we just need eyes. What color eyes should we do? You can of course choose whichever color eyes you want. I want to make it something quite silly and interesting, so maybe an orange eye over here. So let's see, I'm gonna drop that in, and then I'm gonna fill it in with orange, and then maybe a red, or what about a pink smile? Here we go, a nice big pink smile. Oh, doesn't that just look great? And in fact, I want this dinosaur, our dinosaur, to have an open mouth Oh, that changes his whole head color, which actually looks quite cool, but not this time. So let me do a little bit of coloring in then, over here, in his mouth. Oh, it's all connecting it up, which is fine, because that, I really do like my dinosaur. There it is, the dinosaur that's going to poop the bed. Yeah, so let's make our dinosaur a little bit bigger. I've got to make sure that I've got my dinosaur chosen, selected over there, and then I can go boop, 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 boop. Whoa, that is a big dinosaur. Ooh, that's actually a cool thing. I hadn't thought of that yet, that as it eats more and more stuff, then it gets bigger and bigger. Maybe eventually it can come and lie down on the bed, and then it can poop all of that stuff out again. Okay, so let's think about everything that's going to happen now that we've got our main characters and our background, which is looking pretty good. This is quite a terrifying looking dinosaur, but you know, that's quite fun. Dinosaurs are supposed to be a little bit scary, I think. Or maybe some of them are just supposed to be cute and cuddly. Not our one, not this one over here. Okay, so what we want to have happen is there to be a bunch of just rubbish all over here. And then the teenager comes along and moves a bit and then bumps into it or sends a message in the background to it so that the rubbish flies across and then lands in the dinosaur. And as soon as it does, then it gets a little bit bigger. Okay. And then after it is sufficiently big, so once it is big enough, then we can have it go, oh, maybe move over to the bed and then poop it all out. So we're gonna have to do a few things for that. Let's first get some stuff that you would expect to see around a bedroom that would make it all messy. We could have a ball. Let's have a ball in there. That's great. Over there we can have some, what else would you think would be good in there? We can have some other toys along the way, maybe a toy castle, so we'll make it nice and small. I mean, that's way too big for a toy castle, or maybe you've got a toy castle that's that big. That's a very big one. Oh no, that's a bit too small now. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. That looks good. And I even want to have it turned slightly. I'm just gonna go shoop. So there we go. Now it's on the floor over here. I'm gonna delete these code blocks that I don't need. And let's have one more thing. This looks like a good toy, doesn't it? Tok. I think it's an actual character, but we're gonna use it as a toy. I think that would make a really good toy, a fun one to play with. It looks like there's a spring on its head. That would be fun too. Okay, now that we've got all of that, let's have our teen say, what a mess, then walk over, and then as soon as it touches this one, then this one will go up and then move across to the dinosaur. Let's see if we can get that part right. Okay. So we've got to make sure that we are coding the right places. So to do that, this gets stuck every now and again. Let's see if we can actually select it. Okay, let's click on him over here. Are you gonna let us? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. This is something funny that happens when we're on the computer version, the desktop version of this, and hopefully it won't do it anymore once we come back into our project, and there it loads. Good. Here we are able to say, hey, this guy, when we click the green flag, then we want you to say, what a mess. Well, of course, you don't have to have yours saying anything. You can also record your person saying something. Let's see if that works. What a, and then it'll say mess. Hopefully when we do our big version over here, let's see. What a mess. Good. Okay, then we want him to walk forward, just like that. I like the sound it makes when it clicks in place. So he's gonna walk forward, let's see. And boom. Okay, and then as soon as you do that, we're gonna look now for Tok over here. And we're going to say when a character bumps into him, or it, this toy over here, it should move up, maybe by 5 blocks, and then move all the way to the right by 8 blocks. Maybe about 8. Let's see what that all looks like. What a mess. There it goes all the way to, whoa. Oh, because it's doing that every single time it gets bumped into. So let's not use this event. We're going to use a different one where the boy sends a message in the background. So let's have it all come back to the start over here. We've got talk selected, and we are going to say when it receives the orange message in the background, then it will do that. Now let's see, yay, we can go back up to our teenager here. So after he has moved across that one block, he's going to send an orange message. And once he's sent the orange message, that's when Tok over there is going to know to go all the way there. And then once it gets there, we can have it disappear. That'll make it kind of look like it's getting eaten, right? Oh, I think so. Okay, so let's see if that works. What a mess. Whoosh, and then turn, and then all eaten up by that. And then once it has disappeared, let's say that the dinosaur over here it gets a little bit bigger. In fact, what we can do is let's see if this event works, where we say when another character bumps into the dinosaur, then it gets a little bit bigger. And I'm going to say only get one bigger. Let's see if that's working. What a mess. And then it goes whoosh, and that goes all over. Oh, and wow. The dinosaur is getting bigger a lot quicker. Let's in fact make our dinosaur a little bit smaller then, just so that it starts off nice and small. What a mess. Goes along and then whoomp. Whoa. Okay. So now that we have that done, let's say after Tok has disappeared, then it should send out another message. Not an orange one, but a red one. And then we'll say when the ball receives the red message or the red letter, then it should also move across. We'll move up a few over here. So let's say move across, up 2, and then move across 5 as well. And we can also say for our teenager over here, when he receives the red message. So you see how we are able to send one message with the soccer ball, but we can have a lot of different characters listening for that message. And we're going to say that he should also move over maybe just one. Okay, let's see how all of this is working so far. What a mess. We know it is such a mess. And then, whoa, getting bigger. And then there goes the soccer ball getting bigger as well. And then after that soccer ball has reached over there, then we're going to say it should also disappear. And once it's disappeared, we're going to have one last message being sent for now. And we're going to say it is a yellow message. In fact, let's put this yellow message just before there so the teen moves a bit sooner, trying to get everything in a nice order. And we choose, which one did we choose? Yellow? I think we chose yellow, didn't we? Let's see. We'll see if this one works over here. But otherwise, we want the castle. When it receives the yellow letter, let's make sure on the soccer ball is the one that we chose. Yes, the yellow letter. When it receives the yellow letter, then it should also move up and move across and then disappear. And then maybe you can send a message, last one, to the dinosaur. Let's choose a green one. Green is a great color. So then it should, sorry, not receive it over there, but send a green letter. And then our dinosaur, when it receives a green letter, it should say, oh, I need a poop. And that's what it does in the book. And if you're curious about what happens after that and you're in Sagefield, then this is a book from the library, from our amazing local library. And especially if you are homeschooling, I don't know if you knew this, but you are allowed to take out 10 books from our library. It is the coolest thing ever. I'm reading lots of books from there as well, and I know my son and daughter love to read them from there too. So if you want to, I need to poop. Let's make sure we spell that right. If you want to know what happens after this and what that looks like, this is such a funny book and it's such a cool one to read, then you are very welcome to go to the library and check that out. Let's see if this all works, and if it's all working, then we can go ahead and look at it in the full screen. And there it goes, and there it goes. Oh, I need to poop. Well, we don't have the soccer ball disappearing. I think that's our last thing we need to do. So let's make sure that we swap this over and say that it should disappear. And let's have a look on the big screen if this works. What a mess. And there goes that funny toy. Then we have a soccer ball. He's putting that away. And then, oh, I need to poop, he says. And again, if you want to see what that looks like, make sure that you go to the local library here in Sedgefield or whichever library is near to you and check that book out. Okay, so let's have one last little look through all of the coding that we did. We used the green flag event to start it all off. We sent lots of background messages. We used an event for the dinosaur to make it bigger and bigger as it eats all of the mess in this boy's room. Hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know if you've made any more of it. If you've got your dinosaur pooping, if you've got more mess, I would love to see your projects. You can even ask your mom and dad to film it, to record it, and send it to me. I would absolutely love to see it. Otherwise, that's it for today. Thank you so much and enjoy your day coding and playing. And if you want to do more of that, remember to come by the Home Code Education Space here in Sedgefield at the Sedgefield Christian Church. We're here generally on a Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. Otherwise, message me and let me know if you want to come. We do Minecraft coding. We've got about 100 or about 20,000 pieces of Lego. We've got a stop motion studio where you can make your own video. We've got a place for you to break apart electronics and do even more coding like this. Okay, that's enough from me. Thank you very much and goodbye.